Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do. The Colts play NFL freaking football on September 7th, guys. Colts
Ah!
versus the Miami Dolphins. Come on, baby, in Lucas Oil. Logan and I are very excited for this because we did this all last season where we previewed the games and then we talked about it post game. These previews are really fun just to kind of talk about what we're expecting from the Dolphins, what we're expecting from the Indianapolis Colts. And I have no fucking idea what to expect because it's week one of
Hell
the
yeah.
NFL season, and you don't bet. Bet responsibly because the week one never goes as planned during the NFL
No,
season.
we are
So
betting the house.
we're betting the house.
Week
Colts
one.
minus 1.5. Colts are favorites. When was the last time that happened? And especially during this 10-year curse. So
I
I
actually
don't
don't
know.
like that. I'll be honest, I hate that. I hate
I hate
that
being favorites.
so
Yeah,
much, especially week one. Do not.
I
Please,
hate it.
please make the Dolphins the favorites. I don't want
It's okay.
it.
All the analysts will probably just like vote the Dolphins
Yeah.
27-24, and then Adam Rank will say the Colts and will be cursed and like whatever. So
God dang.
it is what it is. But Colts football is right around the corner. We're very excited to cover Colts Dolphins today in our short episode. Logan, I know it's week one. What are you looking for? What excites you? What entices you? What does that look like?
Well, with how the offseason has gone, as this training camp and just all the injuries, man, I'm really hoping for a good, clean, injury-free game, number 1. I think that is the most important thing. We don't
Knock on
need
wood.
any freaking season-ending injuries week 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just
Why did you even say it? Why did you even freaking say it? I already knocked for you,
Alright,
but
well,
like
you got
Jesus
double knock.
Christ, Logan.
I'm just saying, like, it's just been one of those off seasons. It's been one of those training camps where you're just like, "Holy hell, man, how much more of this can we take?" So,
Maybe it's an off-season curse thing. It's fine during
let's
hopefully it's
hope.
fine during
Let's
season,
hope
right?
they got it out
Yeah.
of their system. But yeah, I mean, obviously that, and then I would say, it all how we've been talking about it all summer, Addy, but it really comes down to how the hell is Daniel Jones gonna play, man? Like,
Mhm.
are we gonna get the one season that he had with the Giants where he looked pretty decent? Are we gonna get that Daniel Jones? Are we gonna get, the last season that he just had with the Giants when he got benched? And what are we gonna get? Which one are we gonna
Mhm.
get?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most. I will say, now that it's been a decent amount of time, I've become more receptive to Daniel Jones and just trying to find the things that he's maybe better at or decent at, more
Agreed,
than
yeah.
Anthony Richardson. And I would say number one is the completion percentage, right? So I think the offense might look, at least to the initial eye, right? It might look a little bit more efficient. It might run a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother because Daniel Jones has shown that he can be a 67%, 68% completion percentage type quarterback. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I think on the defensive side of the football, I really want to see the defensive line and the secondary continue their great, great camp that they had and the great offseason that they had. I want to see, can the Colts not be a laughing stock in the secondary like they were last season where teams were just throwing
Thank
it
you,
all over the
Gus.
yard.
Mhm.
So that's what I want to
Yeah.
see.
I'll tell you a few things I'm excited for to see week one, and I'm going to tell you the one fucking thing I'm terrified of. So the few things I'm very excited for is one, I want to see Shane Steichen's play calling. Is he going to go
Mm,
back to that 2023-esque like Gardner Minshew play calling where it was just a bunch of easy completions, didn't have to make the quarterback do much. You have the wide receivers in place and you have good wide receivers, like talented wide receivers and pass catchers. You just added Tyler Warren to be able to just create opportunities for Daniel Jones just to put it where he needs to and let the receivers and the tight end make the plays that they need to do. So I'm excited to see play calling in that regard. I know he loves his mesh concepts. That's going to be thrown in the ends in the red zone. So it'll be fun to see that. Um,
slants to Josh
exactly.
Downs.
So, yeah, drag routes, slants, you name it. Second thing I'm very excited to see Tyler Warren, first official game, first official regular season game. I don't know what his stat line's going to look like. I think he might have like 6 targets, 5 receptions for like 83 yards, maybe a rushing touchdown. That'd be pretty sick. But I'm very excited
Ooh.
to see what Tyler Warren looks like. Hopefully, we get Josh Downs back healthy, which I think we will. And just the combination of this offense holistically with this new, young, kind of revamped offensive line with Bortolini and Gonzalez playing center and right guard. So those are things I'm very excited to see. And on the offensive side, the one thing I'm very excited to see on the defensive side is the defensive line. We know we have depth at
Yeah.
the defensive line. We know that they can win. How can they win against a not so good Dolphins, front, essentially? Front seven. They're not very good. They're injury prone, I guess, and kind of injured and riddled right now, even in the offseason. So I'm excited to see that. The two things that really scare me, both are unfortunately on the, I hope Daniel Jones has a good game. So I'm just going to talk about the defensive side. The two things that scare me. One, Lou Anarumo's defense is very complicated, and we've had a ton of injuries in training camp, and we've got a tons of new bodies now as DBs. Like you had Xavier Howard, we traded for the guy for the Vikings, Mike Hilton, just a bunch of dudes back there now that are experienced guys, but they haven't really meshed and played together outside of probably the couple of weeks they're going to have post preseason, up into the season. So that scares me. Like I think going up against that offense is pretty scary because the Dolphins, for
Mm.
some reason, played really well week one, and you're guarding a bunch of guys that ran in the 4-3s. Jalen Waddle, you talk about Tyreek Hill, Devon Achane. If he's healthy, like it's the fastest team essentially in the NFL. So keeping up with that scares me a little bit, and I hope this team builds enough chemistry in the next couple of weeks before the season starts to just kind of lock it in. The second thing that scares me is I don't care how good this defensive line looks like on paper. Can they run defend? That's what
Mm.
scares me the most when DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart are out of the game. Because if Achane is playing, that's a little scary. He's one of the
Yeah.
better running backs in the league as a pass catcher as well. So he forces a lot of mixed tackles. And then secondly, Jalen Wright is obviously out for a couple of weeks. You have Ollie Gordon, who back in Oklahoma State had a really good season. Not this season, but the season before. Was one of the best players on the offensive side of the ball. And he had a kind of a regressing season last season, but he's played really well in the preseason. So can we stop these two pretty dynamic running backs from exploiting the Colts front? Is what terrifies me. And then, like you mentioned in the beginning, I guess I mentioned us being favorites, and you saying that scares you. That
Mhm.
scares me too. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, we all know, Logan, though, week one, it's not only the Colts. Like every team is going to have their flaws. Like they're kind of brushing off preseason. They're brushing off not playing a real NFL game. There's some nerves here for the last, 6, 7, 8 months of not playing a real NFL game. So it's expected, but can we limit those mistakes to an extent where we can actually break the curse after 10 seasons? Like that would be
Yeah.
ideal. Start
Yeah.
off healthy for Jim Irsay.
You just said it. A lot of teams are kind of dusting things off week one. The Colts, obviously, for the last, 10, 11 seasons now, have been dusting things off week one, right? Haven't
Mhm.
won a regular season opener in like 11 years now, 11 seasons, I believe. So, I mean, that does scare me a lot. That's why I actually had the Dolphins winning this game back when we did our
Oh,
predictions, because just like you said, the Dolphins, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but they do seem to get off to quite a hot start. If you look
every
back at
season, week one.
exactly, if you look back at previous seasons, I mean, Tua has put up some freaking career games in week one, like 400 plus yards, Tyreek Hill going off for multiple long touchdowns, things of that nature. And the fact that they have those guys that you mentioned, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, it does scare me. It does scare me. I will say it's going to hopefully look a little bit different with the veteran defensive backs that the Colts brought in this season with Charvarius Ward and Cam Bynum. So I hope that that's enough to sort of stymie the Dolphins. Um,
Stymie.
yeah, got the vocab words out.
Come
It's
on.
week one, man. We gotta get on, we gotta get going.
Yeah, explore. Yeah, yeah, I get it,
Gotta
dude.
get sport.
You're finding
But
yourself. Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, no, I hope it's enough to slow down Waddle and Tyreek Hill a little bit because they're gonna get theirs, right? I mean, they're gonna have their catches, they're gonna have their yak for sure.
yeah.
So just gotta limit that a little bit. Just make sure you're not getting an 80-yard touchdown, on your head there,
Jalen
right out
Jones
the
did a good
gates.
job of that last season.
Yeah,
Like Tyreek Hill was irrelevant.
yeah.
Granted, it wasn't. I think it was Snoop Huntley. I think that was playing last
Yeah, and then,
season.
what's his name got in there? Boyle, I think.
Yeah, Tim Boyle.
Yeah,
So
so,
no,
like,
he had the
that's
job.
not the
Good,
same at
good for him.
all, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
healthy Tua is dangerous.
yeah, Tua's dangerous for sure if when he's healthy. He's very accurate, and to your point with the defensive line, that is gonna be a good test because, yes, the defensive line should be able to win some one-on-one battles against that injured Dolphins offensive line, but Tua gets the ball out quicker than most quarterbacks in the NFL. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's, like, top 5 in getting the ball actually out of his hand and his
You know why
release.
that is too? A big addition, a big factor of that outside of him having a quick release is his fucking receivers are really fast,
They're just so
and they get off the
fast, yeah,
line of
so they
scrimmage
get
really fast
yeah, they get separation so quick and they're open so quick so he can
just get
kinda
to their
lead them.
spots.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can throw to the spot instead of throwing to where they are. So, yeah, no, 100%, but that's gonna be an interesting matchup there of, like, how quick they can get to Tua because Tua can really get that ball out fast. He's shown that in the
Yeah.
past, and he's gonna wanna do that this season, right? He knows he needs to stay healthy. He
Yeah.
he knows he doesn't wanna take hits. He knows he wants to stay clean in the pocket. So
100%.
yeah, it scares me a little bit because the Colts have done that in years past, man, where you let a guy sit back there and really dissect you and have his
Those were
greatest
the
completion percentage game. So
I don't wanna say the good old days, those were the bad old days with Mr.
yeah,
Gus. We don't got the
Mr.
Gus Bus
Gus.
anymore.
Yeah,
No
the
Gus
freaking
Bus.
bend don't break defense and
No, 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 we got the
you
Lou
know
train
the
now. I still
soft
gotta come up with a
zone
nickname.
coverage, soft zone.
Yes.
Yeah,
We got Lou now. Lou Anarumo. That boy Diffie.
yeah,
No, I hope you're right. Like, I hope it's not a bend don't break defense. They're aggressive. They bring heavy blitzes, which actually kind of scares me because you leave, these DBs alone on an island. But
right.
still, like you got to mix it up and not be Gus Bradley. So, Lou
Yeah,
Anarumo, do your thing. Limit to that's what we're hoping to see. Um, Score predictions.
yeah. Score predictions. I think I will say this. I do think that this has the potential, if you just look at the defensive side of the ball for both teams, injury wise, things of that nature, years past. I do think this has the potential to be a game of that's kind of high scoring. Like it could
Shoot out.
potentially, yeah. Like
Shoot out.
I don't know, like
Shoot
if I
out.
want to,
Shoot out.
I don't know if I want to go shootout territory because that's scary week one. But
It's like, what the fuck's our
and the
defense?
fact that I don't know, I don't know if I can roll a shootout just because Daniel Jones is the quarterback 1 from the
Oh,
Colts right now. So I don't even know what Daniel Jones in a shootout even looks like, but I think team both of these teams could probably push to 30. I think so, like week 1
okay, wow.
because they have some holes, right? And some injuries that both teams are dealing with in the secondary, especially the Dolphins. So,
Yeah,
hey, if Daniel Jones is going to come in and show that, hey, thanks for making me the starter week 1 Indianapolis Colts, there's not really a better team to do it against than the Miami Dolphins right now because their secondary is very depleted. So
agreed there.
I'm gonna go with. So I do think the Dolphins win. Unfortunately, I don't think the Colts break the week 1
Boo.
curse. I
Everyone
know.
boo Logan in the comments
I
if you
hope
made it
I'm
this far.
wrong. Uh,
Boo.
it needs to be
You
broken.
stink.
It needs to be broken. But I'm gonna go with Dolphins. I think they're gonna push for 30, but not quite hit 30. Let's go Dolphins 29,
Mm.
Colts
Oh,
27.
okay.
It's gonna
So
be
Colts
close.
minus one and a
I
half point
like the
favorites.
fact that it's -1. Yeah, so it's close to that. Still think it'll be a close game. Yeah, let's go Dolphins
29,
29, Colts
27.
27. I think I think Daniel Jones probably throws a pick or something and just pisses Colts Nation off week 1, so we'll see.
How the fuck do you even get to 29? 3 field goals
29's possible,
and
yeah.
four field goals and
It would have to be
touchdown?
some field
No.
goals and a
4
couple of
field goals
tutties
and 2
mixed in.
touchdowns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe even
That's a
an
lot of scoring
attempted
drives.
maybe even an attempted extra point that or a two-point
Mm.
conversion that they don't get, you know?
We could do a failed 2 point. Yeah, that could happen. You never know. Maybe you're fucking right, dude. And a week later, it's like we just you're right. Um, I am gonna go the other way because I want Colts Nation to like me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna take
Boo.
the Colts. I genuinely, can you hear that, guys? He's just booing Colts Nation. Boo.
No, we're booing
Um,
Addy. That was a kiss ass move there. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to take my opportunity. So I am gonna please Colts Nation, and I'm gonna please myself because I genuinely believe this. I think the Colts are gonna break the streak. I think this is different for a couple of reasons. One, this is for Jim Irsay this season, so they're going to break
Yes.
this curse. Secondly, Jim Irsay is getting his entire halftime tribute. Rest in peace, Jim Irsay. Thank you, big dog. Excited for you to get that halftime tribute. Well deserved. And I think they're just going to come out with some firepower. And so I'm going to have the Colts winning 24-20.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, so they'll cover, they'll win, they'll cover. You'll make your money, Colts fans. Don't worry about it. DK minus 1.5. But I think that yeah, I
No
think
sponsors. No sponsors
no
yet.
sponsors yet. Yeah, DK, we're open. So I would say Colts win 24-20. I think like I said, it'll be a little messy just because it's week 1. But I think the defense should do its job. I think the offense is going to score a decent amount of points just because of the firepower we have, the lack of just DBs and weapons the Dolphins have on the defense side of the ball is a little concerning from a like I said, secondary perspective. But
Mhm.
I give the Colts Nation 24-20. We take the dub. We start 1-0, and then we host the Broncos. So, which would be
Who's
exciting.
your who's your X factor in the game? Who do you want to? Who do you think will be the most important, I guess, player offensively and defensively for the
So
Colts?
I'm going to start very simple on offense, just Daniel Jones. I don't know if he's going to be the star player, but I just hope he just gets the ball to the right place and let the
Yeah.
playmakers make the play. But if you get the ball to the right place, you're doing something right. So I hope Daniel Jones on the it's a lame answer, but I never really pick quarterback. But I'm just going to say Daniel Jones in this matter. On the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to say just I don't know if it's one specific player, but I'd love like Travarius Ward just to travel with Tyreek Hill if
Oh,
he's on an island,
yeah.
and if you can just stop Tyreek Hill, you limit 1/3 of that
Good
offense.
test.
So
Good test week 1 for Charvarius Word, man. Yeah, he's
yeah,
coming in. He's trying to reclaim his Pro Bowl, caliber
2023 season.
play. Great, great test, and great players love great tests like that. So yeah, great test for him week 1. And
What about
Jalen
you?
Waddle's more than capable of being wide receiver 1, by the way. So I wouldn't mind him traveling with Waddle sometimes
He
too, to be honest.
he had 3 1,000-yard seasons back to back to back. Last year was an anomaly, so I could totally see it. I mean,
Yep.
he's a really good player when healthy. So,
Yeah.
what about you?
I
X
would
factor, both sides.
Yeah, X Factor offense. I'm gonna go Jonathan Taylor. I think he needs to earn the contract that we're paying him this year. Straight up.
Hmm,
This is a year where there's all these question marks and all of these, what ifs or what's gonna happen at the quarterback position. Hey, Jonathan Taylor, don't forget, you're still a top 5 running back in the NFL, my guy.
hell yeah.
Go out there and get your 100 yards. Go out there and get your tutters, like go earn
Can we
that
get a
contract.
2021 JT, like,
Oh, be amazing.
back from the grave?
Be
Be
absolute
sick.
cinema. That would be the best thing to happen for Daniel Jones, by the way. That
No,
that would be
100%.
amazing. That'd be amazing.
100%.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, I'm gonna roll with Latu. I want to see
Ah,
Latu really, really come out with a fiery
come on,
firepower
baby.
and
Year
like
2.
really, yeah, we need that year 2 jump, that year 2 leap, and I want to see like a sack fumble or something like that, something exciting to get the crowd going.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I had a feeling you were gonna go defensive line because I think that's really important. So it's a really good choice to pick anyone on the defensive line just because I mean they're gonna cause havoc in the beginning of the game for Tua and hopefully give DBs enough time to get where they need to be. So
Yes, sir. Well, thank you again, Colts Nation, for tuning in. Make sure you click that subscribe button, follow us on all socials. And the next time I see you, I will have traveled to Ireland and back, and we'll be talking
mm,
about either a Colts win or a Colts loss. So thank you guys so much for tuning in all off season, and we will see you guys after Colts versus Dolphins week 1. Go Colts!
go Colts. Wish Logan a safe flight. Peace.